Hello, welcome back to my channel where I love two things. I love Jesus, my Lord and Savior, and food, cooking, home preservation, whatever category you want to put that into. So today what we are going to do is make easy granola bars. I have taken a few recipes that I have found online and kind of made it into my own thing. So let's get started. So first I have just old-fashioned rolled oats, 2.5 cups. And you stick that in a bowl. Just like that. Forgot a spoon. Let me grab one of those. Okay. Next up, I'm going to do all the dry ingredients first. Add a little bit of flour. The flour is going to help just kind of keep the granola bars together once you bake them. I've noticed with some recipes, if you don't add flour, they just tend to crumble and fall apart a lot easier. I do a 1/2 cup of that. Next up, I like to add chia seeds. It's a good source of protein for my kids. They're the ones who mostly eat these. My kids don't really care for nuts or anything like that. If I do have some dehydrated fruit on hand, I will add that in. I did apples for the fall season that were really, really good and they love them. But mostly we just keep it chocolate chips. A little bit of salt. About a 1/2 teaspoon, I don't measure. I just kind of use my little scooper that I have. But really it's to taste. Okay, and then that's it for the dry ingredients. We're gonna stir that up, mix it up really good. You can add the chocolate chips at this point, but I actually wait until the very last step because I have noticed that once you add your melted butter, the chocolate chips tend to melt and your entire granola bar just is a melty, chocolatey mess, and I don't really like that. So next up, you have 1/4 cup melted butter, and then you're gonna do about 1/3 cup of honey. I just kind of, I have my little measuring cup here. I kind of eyeball it. Sometimes I'll add a little more because, again, I think it helps the granola bars to stick together a little bit better. So, let me pop that in here. Okay. And then last ingredient, vanilla. And I don't measure that because I love vanilla. So you can add as much as you want. Grab a whisk. Whisk it all up in the measuring cup. Make sure it's blended really well because after this step, you're going to add it to your dry ingredients. So you want that to be really mixed in there well. Stick it in your bowl. And then same with the chocolate chips. You can add as many or as little as you want. Really, the cool thing about granola bars is that they're very versatile. You can add whatever you want. You can omit whatever you want. You can change whatever you want. They're pretty forgiving. All right, you're going to stir it all around. Sorry about that. It's a snow day and my son's shoe fell off. Sorry about that. Okay, so stir it up. Now see how it's nice and blended? It's nice and thick and it's sticking together. This is where we add the chocolate chips. I do about 1/2 cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. Really, it Depends on how much I have on hand, honestly. Stir them up. And then once the chocolate chips are incorporated into your granola bar, it's the most important step, sticking them into the actual pan. You have to make sure that you press it really firm, because that's what's going to help your granola bars to stay together once they're cooked. And up, preheat your oven to 325. Forgot that one as well. So I like to line it with the parchment paper. It makes cleanup really easy. And when you take them out of the oven, you can just pull them right up out of the parchment paper and slice them right on the parchment paper. It makes cutting it less messy because it does get crumbly. Some of the edges do break. And so you will have a lot of crumbs when you cut it up. So if you keep cutting it on the parchment paper, it doesn't get all over your counter. Okay, I like to take the bottom of the measuring cup to do this. I just think it just presses the best. And you just press your granola bars into here. This is my son's favorite part. He likes to help me smush the granola bar down, and then he steals the chocolate chips right out of the pan. All right. Make sure to get the edges really well because they will flake off otherwise if you don't. And then get all that goodness because you don't want that going to waste. And that is it. We are going to pop these in the oven at 325 degrees for about 25 minutes. Take them out, let them fully cool, cut them up, and enjoy homemade granola bars for your family. Thanks for joining me. Bye.